Seas of water, seas of time, both isolate Ardania, a realm steeped in humanity's myth and lore. I love that. Yo, hello. Hello. I am gonna play some Majesty today. Sorry, I don't know why I was blanking for a second. It's been quite a little bit since I've actually had the time to sit down and play, and believe it or not, this was time I scheduled, which I have not been able to do in like a month or so. Maybe it's been longer. I feel like it's been longer. When I actually get a chance to look at my channel and the numbers, I'll see how long it's been. But yeah, I'm just gonna play some modded Majesty today. Enjoy myself a little bit because I just got to come back to it. But why? But where? What are we gonna play today? I say we should warm up with one of the last quests that I have not been able to do. Why? Because if I know that failure is a high probability, it's a lot less stressful. Speaking of less stressful, instead of doing legendary heroes, I'm definitely gonna pop over and do the siege. Why the siege? Because it's a little bit of it's a difficult one. It's a little bit slower and it's a little bit more definite. I don't like having to deal with popping up and all that randomness. And then the earthquakes, and just don't even get me started on this trade routes one. I don't even know if it's been fixed since Guar updated this. But we shall see, we shall see.
Majesty!
Majesty!
Hostile and barbaric
kingdom of Bjorn the Conqueror!
Stronghold!
Stronghold!
Force his surrender
Force.
by blockading.
God damn, I love that voice. Okay, Murins, and no wizard guilds may be built. Or cut off caravan routes. Man. Ooh, and my fingers. I was just reeling. I was just realizing, what are my hotkeys? Not what, more like where. I just need to get that feeling back. Also, is it just me, or is for some reason, like, I was going to say, there's no music. I thought it was going to be like maybe a menu thing. How about, okay, there's sound effects. Oh my God, don't do this to me. Shit, I remember. Okay, so, fuck. R-A, and then this one. So this is actually kind of terrible. We have no music. We have zero music.
Your
What
Highness,
are we gonna do about this?
We've improved the guardhouse. Your Highness, we've improved the guardhouse.
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna turn on some music in just a moment here. Forgive me. No, God damn it. I just want to. How do I just edit bookmarks? Okay. Okay. To me, that's not that bad. Yeah. Bring it back in. Yeah. Okay, so I came back because I had to get some music, and now it's not necessarily like the same type of feel, if you couldn't tell. Speaking of, let's options and balance our adjusting levels somewhat. This is the live stream of this. Music is supposed to be on. I would prefer to have the actual Majesty music, but I'll have to deal with.
What's that sound? What's that sound?
We can keep that a little bit faster. We can keep that a little bit faster if we don't mind. There we go, like right here. It's such a weird feeling. I'm not exactly sure if I'm a fan of this. NGL. but I gotta do something now. Since when have I not had music on Majesty? I don't think I've ever started this game up and had it be silent. It's extremely unsettling. Although, now that I think about it, I don't think I've actually played since... Fuck, I'm really out of practice. I don't think I've had the chance to play since there was the update to crossover. You know? In that update, if they had actually changed something, the way that crossover works with Majesty overall, that could mean that the fundamental way that the game's audio gets processed is changed. I don't see why that would be. But given that the way that the new everything runs, Big Sur runs on, or the way that crossover runs on Big Sur, I can understand and I can see why that would be a big problem. Okay, so we've made contact, and now I just need my heroes to come through for me. Last time we got a little bit fucked up because they started laying out really effective frontline attack flags on me, like I'm doing right now to them. The creature den is more for my heroes, but if they pick it up, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did, we'll be in some trouble. Now, here's the other problem with it. This is the reason why I can barely even stream Majesty. I want the game to just run smoothly. By the way, the music does not fit. Like, I have a fierce loyalty to Majesty in its original form, and not for any type of superiority, just to say that it's a nostalgically enjoyable thing for me. I just like it that way. It's not categorically better or worse, but it's just what I grew up with, and this is not what I grew up with, man. I'm really trying. So let's try it this way. If I stop yourself, go. By the way, this was the live stream right now. Let's do. But this is why we try things, you know? Give me the... Oh my god. Ooh. Oh, yes. Oh my god. I can't tell you. Oh my god. Yo, I can't tell you just like how deeply happy this makes me right now. Give me my sounds back. Okay. Watch that sound. Watch that sound. Oh, yes. I'm so pumped. Plus, it's normally... Oh, fuck, but here's what I was going to say. Let's try. I don't want to adjust the levels so that they go too high, because this is one that can spiral out of control rather quickly. I actually might need to turn that volume down a bit. Give me this. Okay, how is that? How is that? That should be fine. All right, all right. So, what's our path to victory on this level? Now, I don't quite know. Front-facing attack flags, like I was mentioning, I want to get some things rolling right now. We've got our rangers, or at least one of our rangers was over here attacking this base.
Sovereign,
but
a building has been upgraded.
It's so rough. By the way, did we get on the map side, did we get a little notification for this guy or no? because that would be helpful to know. I wasn't paying enough attention. If we can explore the edges of the map while keeping light skirmishes in the middle of the map rather even, then we can track when and where.
Your Highness, the palace renovations are finished.
Thank you. We can track when and where he's actually going to come in. See, but now that we've got
building has been upgraded.
Now that we've got the music, Majesty the game is just running like trash, and that's upsetting. That's upsetting. So I was so excited because of the music, but then again, superficial trappings can only lead me so far. Like somebody who was bitten on his honeymoon. Okay, so I return after I return. Let's see how it runs. Still kind of like shit. I'm gonna give it some time to like catch up, you know. Say wah wah woo. You know, say wah wah woo. Make it look cool. Luckily enough, we're coming up there. This is okay. More in terms of vision than anything, I guess. Now, if I was to make, because I would love to make a game like Majesty. I've been getting into, so now that's one of the things. Now that I've got some time to talk in an environment that I'm wholly comfortable in. Yeah, at the Zoom we're much better. I'm gonna play out here. Normally, you know, I don't like to do that. Or, well, maybe you don't know, because I haven't posted one of these videos in a long ass time. Normally, I don't like to play like this because it gets very... I hold my camera in one specific place and kind of watch the flow. So I got... For the first time in a long time, I'm gonna have some fluid cash coming into me. Meaning cash that is actually for my own usage, not going directly to food or bills or previous debts. And I love the sound of that. So our first one is now under attack. And because of that, I want to play Majesty with an eye tracker. All honesty, I think that would be kind of fun. Just so...
beast approaches.
So if I'm in a place like this, you have a way of understanding kind of what I'm thinking. And I think it's a little bit, in a game like this, for somebody who doesn't know Majesty, it would be a little bit hard to watch. Or not hard to watch, but just kind of boring-ish, because the flow of the game is very brutal. But also very, very, very deliberate. So I think with an eye tracker...
Problem? I'm on my way.
Yeah, this thing, fuck. And now this, I'll move on to the next complaint after I finish that. But yeah, if I wanted to look into an eye tracker and see how much it would cost to get one of those. If I could get it set up and running and
I'm on my way.
working, then I think it would be really fun to kind of do, just because I think it makes the game a little bit more visibly intriguing. We're actually going to strike back at you right here. I know 561 is not the best place. I haven't even built a fucking market. I just realized I was so zoned out at the beginning. So out of it, I have no economic base right now. And even though my tax collectors are alive, they're not really giving me much. So we're going to leave those flags up and then I'll fill them later.
The royal treasury is nearly empty.
It's more of a veiled threat at the moment. But now, regardless of that one, besides that, yes, eye tracker might get one. Then again, I've said I might do a lot of things. And the reason that I've been so busy has just been a very big part of my personal and professional life, but also some changes I've been trying to do. So I'm trying to get more...
A quick bit of gold.
Or reacquainted. What are we at with this marketplace? Well, fuck. 1425, cool. I was trying to get reacquainted with my coding roots, so I've been doing a lot of I've been doing a lot of work for certifications and going through light coding boot camps and doing daily code challenges and shit like that. And it is very... I realize I do love that nature of work. I think coding is extremely fun. Now, I hate the sound of that shit, I'll tell you straight out.
I'm on my way.
But also, I remember kind of the way I got my degrees for coding was through Full Sail University, and that mindset of being at Full Sail was just like, when you start working, you find things in your work to be interesting, and then that keeps you, like if I have something I'm frustrated on while I'm working on the page, I can look at a different part of the page and find something strangely either entertaining or relieving or interesting that gives me simultaneously space from the problem, but also allows me to work in the same space the problem is rooted in. So by solving something I find interesting, I may actually help myself out with a coding problem or or a brick wall in a project that I'd been on, completely unrelated to it.
My service ends.
And that's worked out for me a couple of times, and it's how I worked through Full Sail, but because of that, I get so absorbed. Fuck, this is such a wash. This is such a wash, but I'm gonna still let it leave.
Your Majesty,
Oh, actually, I'm not going to. I realize when it's a wash, let's restart. But yeah, back in Full Sail, it's like you had to get into it really hard or else you were just done. And now that I get into it, I will get home from work and I'll be like, I'm just gonna work on a little bit of this problem that I solved today, and then I'll relax. I'll watch a bunch of YouTube, or I'll play some Steam, or I'll do XYZ, and then I'll just start working, and I'll get wrapped up into it, and I'll start progressing at a mad pace, and then when I get stuck after going at such a high pace, it then becomes my prerogative to get unstuck. And you can see where this goes, right?
Your Highness, we've improved the guardhouse.
So
Your
my time
Highness,
has been
we've improved the guardhouse.
eaten up.
Your Highness, we've improved the guardhouse. Your Highness, we've
I'm
improved the
going to
guardhouse.
our Yuya, and then we're gonna come up here, and we're gonna Yuya, then we're gonna Yuya as well. I'm actually get this one and out. 500 and build that. Weapons not coming along
Majesty,
yet.
a
Right.
local blacksmith
I will
offers
have you
new
on that one,
services.
and then we can armor. This time, give me a healer. Give me a healer.
My way.
I was gonna say this time I'm not actually gonna go for the market day first. Okay, gosh, back me up. Let's go for levels. We're gonna up the speed a little bit on this one. Once again, I don't need a
Your
ton
Majesty, a new building is complete.
speed. We're gonna
Majesty,
research
a
healing
local
potions
blacksmith
first.
offers new services.
We're also gonna
Your
use the
Highness,
blacksmith.
we've improved the guardhouse.
Thank you, except you didn't upgrade any of the ones that I needed upgraded.
Sovereign,
So
your marketplace now serves you better.
very fair. Should we
Sovereign,
unleash the
a
gnomish
building
economy?
has been upgraded.
I say I want to put out some. Last game I didn't get veteran guards either. I want to put out some rogues actually, because I feel like weirdly enough, rogues kind of fit into other kingdoms
Your
really well.
Highness, we've improved the guardhouse.
Their rogues fit into my kingdom really well. Mine fit into theirs really well. It's part of what makes them a rogue, you know? In my opinion, they're meant to be on that street,
Sovereign,
navigating the way they
has
do.
been upgraded.
Not gonna do
Sovereign,
veterans
your
on the
marketplace
top and
now
bottom
serves
here.
you better.
I don't think it's gonna be worth it at all.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
I see. Not a bad start. How are we working on this? Okay, well, I've got a little bit of stuff going, but now is when I need our money to start flowing again, because I want to look at going to our second level and getting some. Our rogues aren't even up yet. I want our second level, and then I want our temples. Gosh, I don't know why I was lacking English so hard right there. Tax collector. Let's drop you in there.
Sovereign, a A building has been upgraded.
Okay, do we have any? Okay, they already marked me, which is really rude. It's really fucking rude.
Your Majesty, the royal treasury is nearly empty.
I'm aware, but I do appreciate
Sovereign,
that you found it pertinent to bring this to my attention. I am a
Beast approaches.
ever-present fan of your willingness to alert me to the goings-on of the kingdom. Not only that, but to manage them yourself in the first place well enough to know when to tell me.
Upgraded.
Thank you. Temple to Agrella. Fantastic. So, you know what I'm thinking? Because I always think it. I'm thinking we go paladins. I'm thinking we go paladins. A new building is complete.
Your Majesty,
Thank you.
a new building is complete.
Oh, thank you. Mead Nagus. I haven't renamed a building in years. So, wow, that's the most headway I think I've ever seen made on a building this early along. Normally they would be, speaking of, not that it's looking great, but normally at this point they would be knocking on our fucking door with like about 6 or 7 hold up around here, and I don't want to get any more heroes until we can go up higher. But to do that, let a brother help. Let a brother help. Don't you hear it? Don't you hear it? I hear it. Don't call me crazy.
I join the wild spirits.
It's his cousin runs a whiskey making company called the Wild Spirits. So whenever they say that, they're just saying, hey, I'm going MIA because I'm tired of fighting and want to get shit drunk. Those are terrible people. Rangers. Can't trust them.
I join the wild spirits.
Right? Troublesome. Troublesome. Looking reward. Didn't I just say that? Fucking rogues. They fit into other kingdoms so well because they're attacking my own. Fuck you. Okay. I'm not really sure what we can do at the moment because, well, that's a lie. I am sure what we can do at the moment. What we can do is wait, and that's what we have to do right now. Unfortunately, now Majesty is starting to run a little chunkily. I will take some hard-earned money and drop it on this. Please. Okay, so I clicked about 4 times in total there, maybe 5? I feel like 4. And it stayed on 100 and didn't take from the rest of my money. So without clicking more, I'm just gonna let that go. We're gonna double flip this, and I would love, thank you, but I would love for somebody, I would love for one of my tax collectors, hey, how about you? Minimum return's gotta be around 425. Minimum pickup can be around 300. All 325. Right? So this one is just gonna pick up that massive difference as it turns over. That's what I wanted. Okay, so that's going slightly well. This is gonna push us forward decently. Wait, did they remove an attack flag? What the fuck happened? We've intercepted very few caravans. Oh, fuck. I haven't been thinking about the caravans at all. I haven't been thinking about the caravans at all, honestly. If you had to say, I'd be flying solo. That was a really obtuse joke about Whiplash, the movie. That's because flying, because of the story where they threw the where somebody threw the symbol at somebody else. Solo is the solo that Andrew Neiman plays at the end of the movie.
The palace is under siege.
And there was some part right before that also tried into Whiplash because it was the... Oh, Caravan. Caravan is the name of the song that they're playing. That almost sounds like the beginning to Austin Powers, you know?
Victory is not in the cards.
God, Majesty's music just fits so well. I'm looking over at my new playlist and I'm really happy about it. By the way, I was thinking up.
Your marketplace now serves you better.
One big thing that Wild Adventure builds character. That's congratulations on a level 10. And my rogues are just a terrible decision. Just a fucking terrible decision. Okay, so I didn't even follow the game plan I talked about. This one's a wash. Ooh, whoa. It almost looked like there was a giant something up there, but probably not.
My service
Ends. Do you know what I'm gonna do? Just bring out the fucking goblins. Just bring out a bunch of fucking goblins. Call the arms, bring them back. I know I am abandoning this map right now. But yeah, so I wanted to build a little tool. Like a little button that you could tap that would allow you.
The wild spirits.
Your Majesty, the royal treasury is nearly empty.
Foul beast approaches. I join the wild spirits.
I'm just gonna leave the kingdom. So, this one, yes, was a bit of a wash, I realize, especially with the goblin attack at the end. But, game plan, I just need to remember, here, probably right there, and I don't know how far the caravans might extend, but if I can get explore flags out first, and somehow get my economy off the ground. So, explore flags and a running economy, and I'll be good.
I join the wild spirits.
The palace is under siege.
I'm eating pepperoni, excuse me.
My service ends.
I'm on my way.
Damn. And here is where the eye tracker would be interesting, because you see how I don't really need to move my camera anywhere. Earlier I was moving it around a bunch more, but as things have calmed down, I really don't need to. I would like to be so that on the screen you still see a representation that shows I'm engaged at the moment. It's just I don't have the will or the care to try to click on anything or use my hotkeys. I'm just gonna watch it crumble.
Majesty, the palace is under siege.
Now why?
The day is lost, Majesty, but there's always tomorrow.
Okay, so that's the other weird thing. Bjorn has conquered you. Borgen. Fuck, I can't read his name. I was trying to make him so Norwegian and shit. Borgen the Norwegian. By the way, can we say... Yo, does my Demo Pro still work? I don't think it does. Shit. My Demo Pro does not. But I was going to say, check the fucking box. Borgen has conquered you. Jesus. What type of weird magazine is this? Regardless. Just a little note here. One, I want to say. Two, this is the end of the video right now. But yeah, let me put on some light Majesty music. There we go. It's almost like it's playing actually from the game right now. Yeah, yeah. A while ago, I just started trying to make videos and write out things and come up with a lot of ideas, and I overloaded myself quickly. And then other things got in the way. So I'm trying to not do that again. Yeah, that's the long and the short of it. I'm trying not to do that again. And I'm also trying to figure out a way, because with the streaming was working really well until my Thursdays started becoming impacted further and further. And then I was like, well, that's my one day off. And then trying to stream early in the morning and or night, I just never really feel comfortable doing that. I don't know why, but that's a mental thing I need to get over. I'm working on. But I did record some Project Zomboid videos using OBS. So I really think part of it is that camera idea. I'm going to record some videos on that, and I use OBS there because I want to have my face like up and my reactions on there while a video like this one I'll record separately, because I want the quality of the video to be as high as possible, and I'll just put my audio through a process. So I'm thinking of doing videos like that, and maybe streaming occasionally. As for the rest of my pursuits in the coding and such, I was also looking into if there was anything I could do to tie that into the channel. Because I've got to do, they always say, create content that you would consume. And right now, surprisingly enough, standard gaming content really doesn't fit my life. Really doesn't fit my life. But I kind of find I need to find and share things that I really get naturally jazzed about and can do well, that also gel with what I'm doing, so it's not like I disappear for, I checked it, 3 months and then randomly show back up again. So consistency. It's always a work, but it's always a joy. And it was a joy, if you listened all the way through, to have you here. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you. And no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, I hope it only gets better from here. Bam.